just trying to butter the wheels just a little bit, because when I say this, everybody's going to yell at me if and when this makes its way to social media. Everybody's just going to yell at me. But we're talking wide receivers. I want to tamper expectations on Justin Jefferson. I think that he finishes outside the top 5 wide receivers in fantasy football land this year. And it really does come down to a stat that I've said a lot, but I will say it one more time to support my argument. This is per Ian Harditz back to 2010. Only 5 wide receivers have put up even top 12 fantasy numbers per game with a rookie quarterback who started the majority of the season. Those guys, by the way, these are not schlubs, and these are guys who really didn't have a lot of competition. Steve Smith in 2011 with Cam Newton. It was basically just Steve and Greg Olsen. That was it. He was a wide receiver 10. 2011 also had Percy Harvin do it with Christian Ponder. Again, it was Percy Harvin and nobody on that team. Then Reggie Wayne in 2012 with Andrew Luck. Again, it was Reggie Wayne and almost nobody. Flash all the way forward to 2020 when Keenan Allen did it with Justin Herbert. Again, it was Keenan Allen and then Mike Williams who played his usual 5 games. Then Nico Collins managed to do it last year with Stroud, but I would, as much as a fan as I am of Nico Collins, that would not have happened without the injuries to Tank Dell. It just wouldn't have, because Tank Dell was coming on, and then that cleared a path for Nico Collins to do what he did. Justin Jefferson, is he better than all of those players? Probably. As much as I love Keenan Allen, yes, he's still probably better than all of those players. But to just be drafting him as a top 3 wide receiver, like none of this matters, is crazy to me. And maybe people believe Sam Darnold will start a lot of the season. I don't at all. I don't get that. I don't get the Sam Darnold love. He's, as of right now, he's the veteran presence. They will come out right up until preseason and probably keep talking about JJ McCarthy having to earn his spot, because that's what happens every single year. I would be shocked and appalled, frankly, if Sam Darnold starts more than 3 games this year.
That's not due to injury. I was going to put the line at 3 games too. That's the exact number I was thinking.
I don't. So enjoy Justin Jefferson, maybe, hopefully, for those 3 games. And I know people to look at last year and they're like, well, look at what Justin Jefferson did with Nick Mullins. I get it. Nick Mullins, not a grade A quarterback, also not a rookie, also knows NFL systems. So you can talk shit about Nick Mullins and I'm here for it. But in terms of being able to supply a receiver with quality targets, still going to be better than 99% of rookies that are coming into the league. I don't hate JJ McCarthy. And I actually think long-term, JJ McCarthy will be more than fine. For the Vikings, for the NFL, he'll be more than fine. Maybe even for fantasy. But not this year, and not for Justin Jefferson as the top 3 or top 5 wide receiver. I have him ranked as my wide receiver 7, because that's the highest any of those guys from that group actually finished. And that was Nico Collins just last year. And maybe with all of the Jordan Addison shit happening, his off the field stuff, maybe that gives him a boost. But I'm out. I'm not going to draft Justin Jefferson at all this year.
Can't. I mean, the only counterpoint I have to this, and that's more just plain devil's advocate than anything else here, Jake. He did finish 5th overall in points per game last season, even with all those injuries and everything. Like when he was on the field, he was great. Right. And I know you're not saying anything about his talent at all. I know that's not what you're saying. I get it's more to do with the rookie quarterback than what he does on the field.
Bingo. And he did, for still a big gulp of those games last year, get to play with Kirk Cousins. So that is obviously bolstering that number in points per game. Again, I understand the Nick Mullins of it all. I understand the shittiness that who was the other guy? He had the Pastronaut. Oh my God, he didn't work out. I wanted him to work out for that nickname alone. Dobbs?
It was Josh Dobbs. Yeah.
Dobbs? God. Yeah. So I get it. I get that he can work with downgraded quarterbacks. But again, a rookie quarterback is kind of a different beast. So I'm just not going to bet on those odds that we've seen over the last decade and a half. I can't do it.